session.
Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Mataji, anyone would like to do prayer?
I can do it.
Yes, Mataji. Mataji, go slowly so you will get nice pronunciation. So let me start the screen if you want.
Maybe, okay, I have the written one. I can
but anyway, others can see, right?
Sure.
Okay. Yes, Mataji, go ahead.
Om Ajnanatimnanjasya Jnananjana Salaya Chaksurunimilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadadi Swavadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Tapada Kamalam Sri Guru No Vaishnavancha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sarugana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Pada Sagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitansham He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rushabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanja kalpadarpasya krupasandhu yevacha patitana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namaho Vishnupadaya Krishna Vestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti
Mataji, 3 times Hare Krishna you have to say 3 times.
I did only one, I think.
Yeah, 3
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namaho Vishnupadaya Krishna Vestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nidhi Namine Namaho Vishnupadaya Krishna Vestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nidhi Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Mata, thank you.
Mataji, wonderful Mataji, very nice. When you recite in the slow, it's very good Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you. If I slow down, I don't know, I may sleep if I sleep.
It's very good. It's very good. Yeah.
Mataji, really nice Mataji.
Yeah. When you recite very slow, it's really everyone can follow. Everyone can follow. Everyone want to recite next. It's you'll get the more it motivate us nicely. Yeah. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Nice.
It's delightful and heartwarming to see Vaishnava devotees joining together in devotion. Let's start by bowing down to Srila Prabhupada, who is very dear to Lord Krishna. He spread the teaching of devotion around. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All glories to Nitai Gaurachanda. All glories to Lord Jagannath. And let's our voices raise in jubilation, glorify victory to Sri Sri Radha Shyam Sundar. So,
Jai.
yeah. नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते वेदव्यास प्रिये स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे. So today we are going to see session 9. Today's session is 10. So last week you are not here, right, Mataji? So we
Yes.
talk about the Shikandi. We stopped that Shikandi.
Oh, Shikandi.
Right? Yeah. So
She wants to kill kill Bhishma.
Yes. So Shikandi.
Whenever she sees her, she cannot lift the arrow.
Yes,
I think that's
Mataji.
the problem.
Yes. Actually, we saw that Shikandi's story. How Shikandi.
She was a previous
character.
life.
Yeah. So
Amba.
we saw that story. So now I am going
Right.
to put that. Let's see.
I think she did a lot of vrata and a
Yes.
lot of japa and to reborn again to become to.
So she thinks to herself, all of this is happening only because of me, Shikandi. Only because I am a female who's announced as a male. Married off as a male, all of this problem is coming up. So it's not my father's problem. It's not my mother's problem. It is not King Hiranya Varman problem. It's just my problem. So Shikandi runs away from the kingdom and goes into the forest. So she goes into the forest completely upset, disappointed, disgusted, doesn't know what to do with life, wants to end life. Comes in contact with the yaksha called Stoon. Now this yaksha, Stoon, is the personal servant of yaksha Kubera. Stoon asks Shikandi, what happened? Why are you so disappointed? Shikandi breaks down crying and speaks her story. Actually, I am a lady, but I have been dressed up like a male. And I considered like a male and I don't know what to do. Now you please help me. You have heard my story. You are a Yaksha and Yaksha have the boon of giving benediction. You please kindly help me. Stoon feels very sorry for this Shikandi. In his heart, he feels so much compassion. He says, I am actually the personal servant of Kubera and we are Yakshas. We can give benediction. Oh Shikandi, I give you the benediction that I am ready to exchange my gender with you momentarily. I am a male, you are a female. I am ready to become female. You become male and go and serve your father's face. But the condition is as soon as King Hiranya Varman leaves, you have to come back and give me my masculine gender. And you take the feminine gender back. Shikandi is very happy. She says, okay, anything that serves my father's face from disgrace and dishonor, I am ready. Thank you so much. Stoon gives his male gender to Shikandi. Shikandi gives her female gender to Stoon. Stoon becomes a lady. Shikandi becomes a male. Now, Shikandi goes to the kingdom and King Hiranyavarma has just reached the palace, just reached the kingdom, marching with her soldiers. And Shikandi comes in and says, what is the problem? King Hiranyavarma says, well, the problem is you. My daughter told me you are actually a female. Shikandi said, well, I am open to test. King Hiranyavarman sent his really close association to do the needful. They came back and said, actually, Shikandi is a male. The marriage is legitimate. It's proper. I don't know where the controversy came from. Hiranyavarman said, actually, my daughter said this. So the whole thing got drifted to the daughter, and then King Drupada and King Hiranyavarman, they shook hands and said, I'm really sorry. There was some confusion. This is all the Balya Chapalta. So please kindly forgive me. It's too much of Balya Chapalta. So they went back. Shikandi was very happy. Temporarily, momentarily, the problem is solved. Actually, such controversies in marriage, there are other parallel stories too. There are one very famous story in this regard, that in one kingdom the king would have jokers come and perform. He would have different musicians and entertainers and jokers come and perform. So they had one shepherd who could not speak. He could never speak, you know. So they would dress him up in different funny attire and then place him in the front of the king. And in front of the king, they would cut jokes on him. They would mock him, and he would not speak a word because he was dumb. He could not say anything. And everyone, the whole court, would laugh at him, and he would just take it. And this went on day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. After 30 days, the king was so impressed by this person. Dainya bhav, tolerance. He said, I have never met someone of this high level of character. The king did not know he was dumb. He could not speak. The king actually thought he had so much tolerance. Tarovi sahishnuna. Tatenu kampam susami shamano Bhunjana eva atma kritam vipakam tam titik sashva bharata. So he announced this person is such an exalted person with such a high class character. I announced the marriage of my daughter with this person. Hare Krishna. So he announced, and the princess was very happy. She got her husband who can tolerate. There is no better gift than that. But she got someone who can tolerate. So she was very happy. She got married to him, started speaking that night to him, and he would not respond. She spoke something he did not speak about. She again said something he did not speak about. Went on. She said, why don't you speak? Then he finally said, can't speak. You know, he literally said, I can't communicate. Oh, she got so wild. She felt cheated. And in Sanskrit, she told him, Asiti kaschit vahadraha. What is the use of this tongue? Asiti kaschit vak mean speech or tongue. Arthaha, what is the value? What is the use of this tongue? You can't even speak. And he felt so offended. Again he can respond. So he went. He ran away. He was in tears. He went to a temple of goddess Parvati. And that night he left from there and he went to the temple of Mother Parvati. And that night, the next day, the next night, the third day, the third night, for 3 nights he cried there, please help me. Oh Jagata Janani, please help me. I can't even speak. Please help me. And it's believed goddess Parvati, goddess Kali, she came out of the deity with her Trishul and wrote Om on his tongue. And from that day, he was called Kalidas. Mahakavi Kalidas, the great poet in Sanskrit language. Poetry never stopped after that. His tongue could never stop speaking and stop composing. Mahakavi Kalidas wrote 4 great epics. Many epics, but 4 main ones. He wrote Abhijana Shakuntalam, he wrote Kumara Sambhavam, he wrote Raghuvamsham, and he wrote Meghdota. And interestingly, those 4 epics start with the 4 words Asti, Kaschit, Vak and Arthaha. Mahakavi Kalidas wrote these 4 epics. The first epic starts with Asti. The second epic starts with Kaschit. The third epic starts with Vak. And fourth starts with Arthaha. So in this way, there have been so many examples of, proposed cheating in marriages. So back to this case, Shikandi felt very happy that She had taken care of the situation, was almost about to go into the forest to give back the masculine gender that she had received from Stone and exchange it back with his feminine gender, feminine body. But however, by then something else happened. Kubera, who was a yaksha, he was hovering over the city of the king Drupada. And he was so amazed to look at the city and the happiness around, and he prepared to land there. But then his servant Stoon was not there to welcome him. So Kubera said, "Where is my servant Stoon? Where is he?" And Stoon is busy in the forest with the feminine body. He can come out now. So Kubera said, "Where is Stoon?" So Stoon got agitated and provoked. He wanted to come out and say, "Here I am. I am not negligent in my duties. It's just that I am stuck." But could not come out, and Kubera said, "Stoon, are you coming or should I curse you?" So Stoon came out in a feminine body and said, "Oh my lord, this is me." Kubera said, "What is this nonsense? You are supposed to be male. What are you doing in a female body? You first of all not welcoming me. Second, you are playing some drama here. You are changing your attire and running around like a female. You are a disgrace of the yakshas. Therefore, I curse you. I curse you. You should be here welcoming me, but instead you are disgrace of the yakshas. I curse you. You remain a female," he said, "but I gave it to Shikandi out of compassion. I am not playing some drama here. Shikandi came and this was the whole story, but I felt compassion." So Stoon said, "Well, I just exchanged my gender with Shikandi because Shikandi was going through some problem, serious problem. So I just wanted to help of compassion. Please have some pity on me." Kubera said, "Actually, I have already cursed. Now I can't take the curse back. What I can do is I can reduce the effect. Instead of saying Shikandi should be male all her life and you should be female all your life, well, let me make some adjustment. You will be female till the time Shikandi is alive. Once Shikandi dies, then you will get your masculine body back." Stoon agreed. Shikandi remained a male. So Shikandi came to the forest and told Stoon, "Well, now I am ready to give my body." Stoon said, "It is too late. It is too late." Shikandi said, "What happened? We had promised you. Remember, you would give it to me." Stoon said, I have to tell you something that happened. It is a Lord's desire. You remain male, I will be female. Once you leave this body, then I will get my boon back. See, you continue. This is the Lord's blessing and His grace. So you continue. So this whole story was narrated by Bhishma Dev to Duryodhana. And Bhishma Dev told Duryodhana, "This is the reason why in my third condition I said I can't fight with Shikandi. Because Shikandi may appear like a male that you are seeing now. But the history is something else which I know. He was a female who now is a male because of Kubera. So I can't fight." So Duryodhana said, "Okay, these are the conditions. These are the three conditions." Now actually Vyasadeva explains the whole battle in so much detail that if I go to the describe that, I don't think we can keep time. So we'll respect Vyasadev's detailed nature and jump a few chapters in. In the battle, after a few days, there is so much happening. Horses are running, elephants are running, some are getting headless. There are calls for fight. There are soldiers provoking the other soldiers in high pitched voice. "Come on!" War calls. And on the other side, there is a blood crying because of wounds. Shields and swords are thrown all over the place, and people are dying in the millions. To the 50% mark in the 18th day battle on the 9th day, both camps are fighting, head to head, toe to toe, eye for eyes, tooth for tooth. And Bhishma Dev is very ferocious. Vyasadeva describes, on one side is Bhishma Dev, who is so ferocious, and on the other side is Arjuna. Arjuna is ferociously shooting arrows. Bhishma Dev is shooting arrows and from both sides. So it's actually a cloud burst of arrows. Bhishma Dev speaks to Duryodhana in the middle of the battle and says, "Oh Duryodhana, please note there is no one in whole creation who can stand against my weapon. Absolutely no one. And if there is someone, it's Arjuna. And I'm feeling so much bliss seeing Arjuna too, so ferocious." Duryodhana looks at Bhishma said, "You are not here to observe Arjuna. Please note, you are fighting from my side. You are being lenient. You are not fighting properly." Bhishma said, "No, actually I see when I go close to Arjuna, I see the Hanuman on his chariot flag. And I am not just seeing that Hanuman, I can hear Hanuman is roaring. Bhima is roaring. Arjuna is roaring with his arrows. And now from the air I can see Hanuman roaring." Now, for those who have read the first chapter of the Gita, you may have read the reasons why Hanuman is on that flag in the battle war, Kurukshetra battle war. How Bhimsan was going to Himalayas to get the Shaukandi flower for Draupadi, and there he finds this old monkey sleeping. And Bhimsan tells that old monkey, "This is not the place to sleep. And monkey don't sleep much. Why are you talking so much? Uh, why are you taking so much rest? Get off my side. I want to go. I am in search for the Shaukandi flower." And the old monkey says, "Actually, I am too old. I can move. I am very old and I am very weak. If you want to go, you move my tail and you go." Bhimsen said, "No, I'm not going to move my tail. It is your tail. You move your tail. It's your tail. You move your tail. I'm not going to move." The old monkey says, "Okay, then it's your problem. I'm too weak. I can't do anything. But if you want to go, you just move your tail and you go." So Bhimsan says, "Okay." Bhimsan tries moving the tail with both his hands and he's sweating. He can move the tail even an inch. Finally, he falls at the feet of the monkey. He says, "You must be Hanuman, no one else." Hanuman says, "Yes, this is me." Bhimsen falls at the feet. He says, "Hey, Vayu Putra, I'm really sorry that I disrespected you. Please give me the benediction that I can see your form where you jumped from the Mahendra um, Parvata across the ocean. How you found Mother Sita and give the ring we have heard down generations. Please show me that form." Hanuman said, "Actually, that was my form in Treta Yuga, and now this is the Dwapara Yuga. So accordingly to the rules of the age, this is the form that I have. It's not adequate to go to the have an enlarged form of the Treta while being in Dwapar." So Bhimsen said, "But at least give me some benediction." Hanuman said, "The benediction I can give you is that when you are fighting the battle of Kurukshetra, I will get onto the flag of the Pandavas. And in this way, I will roar and I will protect." So Hanuman said, "I give you the benediction that I will be in the flag of the Pandavas and I'll be the roar. I will roar from there." So here Vyasadeva explains, Bhishma Dev is telling Duryodhan, "I can feel Hanuman roaring from there. What do I do?" On one side is Bhima roaring, and the top is Hanuman roaring. In the side is Arjuna shooting arrows, and in the center, I see this beautiful form of Krishna. How can I even fight? My eyes are occupied completely looking at Krishna. My senses are completely captivated. Duryodhan says, "But you are actually from my side. Please give up all your sentiments and fight. You are supposed to fight." Bhishma Dev now starts doubling his spirits and he takes arrows and he starts stringing them, pulling them up to his ear and push one after another. And at a point in Krishna, and Arjuna, they are trying to shield themselves, but there is a cloud, there is like an army of arrows from Bhishma Dev's bow. They keep deflating it, they keep ducking it, but it's all, and Bhishma Dev shows, yes, no, I will show them Duryodhan. If you don't trust me, now you see what Bhishma can do, and he goes stringing and one after another, and every time Arjuna picks up the bow is broken. Bhishma Dev arrows pierces the Krishna's body and creates wounds on his body. Now, interestingly, at this point, Srila Prabhupada writes a very beautiful purport. In the 9th chapter of the first canto, Srila Prabhupada says, actually, those arrows struck by Bhishma, they have onto the body of Arjuna, more like offering flowers to the feet of the Lord. Prabhupada makes this point. Those in Dasi, they serve the Lord with flowers, and those in Viryaras, the mellow of chivalry, they serve the Lord with arrows. There is no difference. So beautifully, Prabhupada writes, what the devotee offers at the feet of the Lord is what Bhishma Dev is offering to the chest of the Lord, and giving so much happiness to Krishna, so much bliss. Interestingly, in the Ramayana, we see Ravana was a Brahmana. So when Ramchandra was shooting arrows, he was very thoughtful. He knocked down everyone else, and now when time came to fight Ravana, Ramachandra shoot an arrow at the feet of the Ravana, and it's described the arrow went and became an arrow of flowers to the feet of Ravana. Valmiki describes actually Sri Ramachandra was offering an arrow of the flowers because Ravana was a Brahmana. Do I have your permission to kill you? And Ravana says, yes, my lord, you can kill me. And the Ramachandra is thinking where to shoot the arrows. He takes the arrows close to the chest. He aims target at the chest of the Ravana. But then he thinks I can shoot at the chest. It's not possible. Why? Because in the chest of the Ravana is Mother Sita. Sri Ramachandra is thinking to himself, if I aim to the chest of the Ravana has the heart, and the heart has Mother Sita. And the Mother Sita's heart has me. And my heart has the whole universe, the whole creation. So if I shoot at the arrow of the heart of the Ravana, it's going to be touch Mother Sita in whole heart is me. It's going to touch me in whose heart in the whole creation. So by touching the chest of the Ravana, I end up destroying the whole creation. This is Maryata Purushan. Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. Ramayana Bhadraya Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedashe Raghunataya Nataya Sitaya Pate Namaha. And then, as we know, Ramachandra shoots the arrow at the navel of the Ravana and oozes out the Amrit, and then Ravana is dead. So the point is, even Ramachandra shoots the arrows as a bed of flowers. So Bhishma Dev was offering his arrows and is slicing the Krishna's body and creating wounds. Krishna is having so much pleasure, Viryaras, because now he is having someone to fight him with equal potency. But as this on, Bhishma Dev now starts charging towards Arjuna. He starts shooting arrows one after another, and Arjuna is really bogged down and Bhishma Dev of skill. Arjuna tells Krishna, I think the day has come where you will be alive to see your friend die. Bhishma Dev shoots an arrow and Arjuna falls off the chariot. Duryodhan is having so much bliss. Then is having so much bliss. Yes, this is how you do it. Shoot one more. And Bhishma Dev, one after another, he's stringing that arrows to his bow. Because he knows what is going to happen. As Bhishma Dev was stringing that arrow to his bow in his heart, he's thinking, Krishna, you have taken a promise that you will never fight in this war. Now look how your devotee breaks your promise. And to protect Arjuna, you will pick up weapons to fight me. We will see whether your words are important, or Krishna said, I am not going to pick up weapons. We will see, Krishna. We will see. So you are so compassionate on your devotees. Bhakta Vatsalyata. is your guna shiromani. It's the you are the mukuntamani. You are the crown. As far as bhakta vatsalyata is concerned, as far as mercy and compassion is concerned, we will keep that mood of yours and see your devotee die or to protect. Dear Arjuna, Partha, Sri Krishna, Shakabhish, Rishabhavani, Drik, Rajanya Vamsha, Dahana, Napavarga Virya, Govinda, Godvija, Surarthi, Haravat, Arahi, Yogishvara, Hilaguru, Bhagavan Namaste, Yatra Dharmasut, O Rajan, Gadapani, Brigodara, Krishna's three Gandhivas, Chapam, Shukrat Krishna, Krishna Toto Vipat. Srimad Bhagavatam calls Arjuna. Krishna calls Arjuna arrows as Krishna's arrow. Yatra Dharmasut, O Rajan, Yudhishthir Maharaj, Gadapna Yubirochidra Bhima. Krishna's three Gandhivas Chapam. Where was the time when Krishna picked up the Gandhivas? Actually, Krishna did not pick up the Gandhivas. But Arjuna follows every instruction of Krishna so much, so that when he picks up the Gandhivas, well, actually it is as good as Krishna picking up the Gandhivas. Because Krishna would have told them and therefore he is picking it up. Now, we know the word Lalita Sakhi. Yes? Anyone knows Lalita Sakhi? We know the word Mataji?
Lalita?
Lalita Sakhi. We know the word, right? Lalita Sakhi.
Sakhi means a friend.
Yeah, Lalita. Krishna's...
Lalita Gopi Mata.
Gopikas, yes.
Gopika.
Yeah, we know the word Lalita Sakhi.
Lalita, Vishaka, those are all
yes.
Gopika.
Lalita Sakhi is Lalita Devi. Radha Mukunta Padasam Bhagarma Bindu Nirmanchan Vopa Karanaik Rudadhe Halaksham Uttang Aso Vride Vishesha Vishyat Pragalpam Devim Gunahai Ula Lalitam Namami Lalita Devis. But however, the word Lalita Sakhi is also the name of the Radha Rani. See, she who is the Sakhi of Lalita. Therefore, we say Lalita Sakhi Guna Ramita Vishakhe. That Vishakha Devi does Raman religious guna, the qualities of who? Lalita Sakhi Radha Rani. Radhe Jai Jai Madhava Dayite. Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite. So similarly, Arjuna is sometimes called as Krishna Sakha. Krishna is called as Arjun Sakha. Arjuna's Sakha is Krishna. Arjuna's arrows are called Krishna. Sri Gandhivas Chapam. So they are mutually used interchangeably. There is a relation between Krishna and Arjuna. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.9.33. Tribhuvana Kamanam Tamalavarnam. Swayamprabha Mataji, you want to recite this one? Do you have that in handy?
1 point what, Mataji?
1.9.33. Swayamprabha Mataji, if you have it, you can recite this sloka. Bhishma Stuti. Okay. Tribhuvana Kamanam Tamalavarnam Ravikara Gauravarambaram Tadani. Tribhuvana Kamanam Tamalavarnam Ravikara Gauravarambaram Tadani. Vapar alakakula vidvritananabjam Vijaya Sakhera Tirastu me Navadya. Vapurala Kakula Vritananabjam Vijaya Sakerati me Navadya. Bhishma Devi is saying in Bhishma Stuti, Krishna, you are a Vijaya Sakha. Who is Vijayak? Arjuna. You are the friend of victory himself. That's the relation between Krishna and Arjuna. Bhishma Dev was thinking to his heart satisfaction. Krishna, now I will throw a cloud of arrows and I want to show the world how much you love your devotees. I want to see how much you keep your own word and how eager you are to break your own word to protect your devotees. Bhagavatam Canto 1, Chapter 16, Text 16 gives a very beautiful link between Krishna and his devotees. Who is Krishna for the Pandavas? Sarayatya. What does the word Sarayati means? Sarati. Chariot driver. Sarati. Parasadha. Who does the word Parasadha means? Associate. Sarati Parasadha. Saivana. Servant, Sakha, friend. Dvaitya, Dhoot. Messenger, Veera Asana, watchman. He stands outside the Pandavas' tent at night when they are sleeping. Krishna standing with the sword. Anugamanam, he walks behind them. Stabana, praises to the Pandavas. And Pranamam, he offers obeisances individually to the 5 Pandavas. This is Krishna. Which Krishna? Jagat Pranat Him Cha Vishnu. The whole world bows down to him. Then that he is Vishnu. And he is busy bowing down to his devotees, the Pandavas. Sninik Desu Pandushu. Because he has so much Sninik Bhav, so much affection. And when Parikshit Maharaj heard this Bhakti Kuruti Nripati Sarana Arabinde, there was a burst, volcanic eruption of Bhakti in this heart towards the lotus feet of Krishna. This is how much the Supreme Lords love his devotees. I was mentioning the other last session in the past time of Brahma Vimoha Leela, where Brahma steals the calves of Krishna. Canto 10, Chapter 13. Have we all heard this story? Krishna calves being stolen by Brahmaji. Anyone remember?
No, Mata, I don't know.
In that past time, it is described. Sukadev Goswami explained. Anyone want to say anything?
I don't remember.
Okay. That Krishna left all his food behind in the forest, searching out for his calves, but had rice and yogurt in his hand, annam and perugu. He had in his left hand
rice, Mata. Annam, rice.
And perugu.
Perugu is curd.
Yeah, he had in his left hand. So few words are very, few sentences, very praises, few words, few lines are very helpful to navigate in America. Whether you know English or not, Telugu you must know. It's really very, very helpful. You can go to any home and say, Mataji, Akli Vedusti.
Tirganam.
Mataji, Akli Vedusti. I'm feeling really very hungry. Then she will give whatever, you know. So then you have to say, Mataji, annam chala bagundi. It's really very tasty.
Annam chala bagundi.
But that's all. That's where my vocabulary starts and ends in Telugu. But anyway, coming to the point. Okay. In Brahma Vimohan Leela, Brahmaji has stolen everything from Krishna. So Sri Krishna is walking around with rice and yogurt in his hand, left hand. Sukadev Goswami explained, before the pastime of Krishna had rice and yogurt in his hand, while he is searching for his friends and the calves, he has rice and hand in his hand, rice and yogurt. After getting them also, he holds the rice and yogurt in his hand. Now our Acharyas are, there are investigation agents. They will not leave any trace behind. Every blade of, every strands of hair, they will see. Where are the dye apply in the hair, investigation page, though. They will put it in a ziploc and send. So our Acharyas are like that. Every single details they want to analyze. So why is Krishna holding rice throughout? Is the question. One Acharya in his commentary, he explained the word bhakta means a devotee. But according to the Sanskrit, the word bhakta also refers to the rice with yogurt. So what is means it is even if there is a problem, personal problem in Krishna's life, Krishna never lets go of bhaktas. If he puts rice down, some commentators may say rice means bhakta, another meaning. So when Krishna had a personal problem, he left bhakta behind. But Krishna did not give even the scope of translation and commentary. So this is how much Krishna loves his devotees. So many examples of the deities reciprocating in love for the devotee. In South India, in Kumbakonam, there is a very beautiful temple. This very beautiful story. I thought I will share it with the devotees here. In Kumbakonam, there is a very beautiful Vishnu temple. It's the deity of the Supreme Lord laying down like a Ranganatha Swami. So one time, one of the saint wanted to enter and take darshan, but unfortunately, he came from a family which was not Brahmanical. So Pujari said, no, if you have to enter, you have to be a Brahmana. Otherwise, get out, no entry. He said, but I just want to take darshan. No. To go inside, you must be a Brahmana. Go out, go. They showed him with so much interest. They showed him with so much disrespect. So he left the temple, then went inside to see the deity. The deity started spinning around. The deity of the Supreme Lord laying down was moving. So the pujari were amazed. What is happening? Why is the deity moving? So they went out and they saw that the saint who was kicked out on the basis of this birth and caste was performing circumambulation outside. He was not allowing inside. He was not allowed inside. So he started performing pradikshina, parikrama from outside and to face the face of the Lord, towards the face to the devotee. The deity started moving within. This is how much the Lord is eager to reciprocate with his devotees. How eagerly he is, how much he loves his devotee. And this is what Bhishma they want to show. Oftentimes people ask this question, why did Bhishma Dev they have not take the side of the Pandavas? Why did he take side of the Kauravas? Because the devotees, the pure devotees only do things to increase the pleasure according to the desire of the heart of Sri Krishna. Bhishma Dev have knew if he takes side with Krishna, it may give pleasure to the Lord. But if he goes on the opposite side camp and fight the Lord with the Virya Ras, that will actually give more pleasure to Krishna. Wherever Krishna's pleasure is, there is where we are. Even if that means we have to get out of our comfort zone, do something which we will be misunderstood forever. So be it. Bharat in the Ramayana is another example of someone who is misunderstood forever. The pure devotees are ready to be misunderstood. But all that matters to them is, this is the essence. This is the sum and substance of bhakti. What pleases Krishna is what pleases me. What pleases Krishna is what pleases me. If for that I have to take any amount of sacrifices, so be it. Pure devotees have done this. They have gone through fire to get Krishna. They have gone through so much calamity to get Krishna. So Bhishma Dev took the other camp to give the Lord Virya Ras. Anukulyena Krishna. Anushilanam is bhakti. Agreed, it must be favorable. But what is favorable? Favorable means wherever there is a pleasure of Krishna, that is favorable. Even if that means going on the opposite camp and giving pleasure, that is favorable. Oftentimes people ask this question. Bhishma Dev went on the other side. This is the very abominable commentary to this situation. But the actual answer given by great souls explained by Srila Prabhupada, then other acharyas, is that Bhishma Dev is a Mahajan, and wherever Krishna's satisfaction is that where they are. We have to ask this question. Something may give me satisfaction, but is that what is giving satisfaction to Krishna? I may like to do something, but if that is not pleasing my Gurudev, not pleasing Krishna? Well, that is not what I should be doing. On the other side, if something pleases my guru, they have pleases Krishna, even if that is not pleasurable to me, that is what I should be doing. Now, you think it was easy for Bhishma Dev have to fight on the other camp and tolerate so much all his life. It was just a sacrifice being around Duryodhan and Dushasan all his life. I think Bhishma Dev would have loved to be in the association of Pandavas. Who does not want devotees association? When we get transferred, our job gets transferred. We find a new job somewhere, and let's say it's in a city that is unaware. I mean it's unknown. We have not researched enough, and we have researched and we have not found devotees around. We feel out of place, isn't it? You go into a place where there is no ISKCON temple, there is no preaching center, no bhakti vriksha going on, no namahata, nothing. There is no gathering of devotees. Every single day is a day of grief in the heart. I know one devotee. He found a job. So he was in Detroit, Michigan, and where he had nice association. He was under his grace Yugal Kishore Prabhuji and other wonderful devotee. He had many devotees around. He was working there, and then he finds a job in Oklahoma. How many of us have heard about Oklahoma? How many of us have been to Oklahoma? Anyone knows Mataji's, Prabhuji's?
No, Mataji, I never went there.
So this is the thing. Now, how many know? How many know? Both hands came up. How many came up? Very few. It's about 3 hours from Radha Kalachanchi temple, Dallas temple. From the Dallas temple, you can from there only 3 hours to go Oklahoma. Radha Kalachanchi temple is very famous in Dallas. From there, only 3 hours to go Oklahoma. Now this devotee gets a transfer to Oklahoma, or he finds a new job in Oklahoma, and he goes there, and there is no one, absolutely no one, no devotees. It's like a desert, and he has to be there. What to do? He has his Gaur Nitai deities, his Nitai Navdip Chandra deities, and the brings them, and his family tells him, will just give up that job, find something else in Michigan, come back. There's a lot of devotees association. But he thinks to himself, well, it is uncomfortable, the note about his here, but well, that's where the opportunity is. That's where the avenue is. Now, very few of us would think like that. It's very rare. Personally speaking, I would not think like that. I would like to be in an association which is already made up, so that I can just go and association and gain, because I don't think I would be able to start something fresh. It's not possible for me. But he had so much determination. If Nitai Navadip Chandra have come here to Oklahoma, they have some plan. Mahaprabhu said, Prithivite Achachadan Agarati Gram Oklahoma Gram Sarvatra Prachar Ho Ebi Morana. He joined HP, and to one of his friend he started saying, something about karma, something about reincarnation, something like that. So his friend tells him, well, what you told me is very impressive. I wish other colleagues also hear this. So he says, what do I do? He says, you do something. Just send a mass email to all of your official colleagues, and we will see what happens. He sends such a gem of a person for the 3 years that everyone have been knowing him. Everyone never ever seen him deflect away from Vaishnava character. One Prabhuji asked him, Prabhuji, you don't get agitated? You don't feel like speaking up and saying something? He says it comes up to here. But then at the time, I think, will my spiritual master be happy if he is here and I speak like this? And naturally the answer is no. So I gulp it down. It is very easy to say this. Everyone have seen him to do it. So he sent a mail to the whole official colleagues email list. Guess what? The whole mailing list is at his home. And they say, so what is the program? And even his wife is not there. She's still in Mataji's in Michigan. So whatever he knows to cook, he cook for 50-60 colleagues. They think it's like some Telugu association, like you come for my son's birthday party, then I will come for your. So now to keep anyways in Oklahoma, not many people are around. Let's be friend through thick and thin. They had no clue what this was about, and because of his sincerity in approach, he speaks that the journey of self-discovery, right? Self-realization, yeah. So that 7th session, so his plan is I will do that. So first session he shows that slides and just repeat the age old. Evam parampara praptam imam rajarsayo viduhu sakalaneha mahata yoga nashta parantapa. Chapter 4, Transcendental Knowledge, Bhagavad Gita, text 2. The same track he speaks. They like it so much. They honor prasadam. The whole list is there next week. At the end of the 7th session, at least 35 members are there. Now that is a big number for someone who is doing it. 35 consistent, and then you will not believe out of that 35, even now there are people there initiated chanting 16 rounds, planning to expand more. Every one of those family have Gaud Nitai of their own. One Nitai Navadvip Chandra came, then there is a Nitai Gaurahari, and there is a Nitai Mahaprabhu, and there is a Nitai Sachidanandan. Different expansions have come there, and preaching out, preaching, expanding. Later, one of those colleagues, I asked him, he said, you were impressed by the presentation of the day 1? He said, no, very honestly, no. And he said, but you are initiated now. He said, I was impressed by his character. What he was presenting in the device class is what I know him at work. They saw him at work. They were asking him, how is it? What are you made up of? How are you talking pressure at work like this? And he says, no, this is my duty. I have to do it. I have to exemplary in my character. This will please my spiritual master. So went on like that. So it was his character which preached. So devotees sometimes, even if there are situations which are not favorable for themselves, which pleases Krishna is what will please them. And the supreme exemplification of this is Bhishma Dev is standing ready to stand on the opposite end and fight the Lord, my Lord. If that's what you want, so be it. I am ready to wound you, if that is what you want. And when he's showering cloud of arrows at Arjuna, Krishna is boiling within. And Bhishma Dev is so happy because now it's going to witness what is historic. He is going to see, the world is going to see the nature of Krishna's heart. And Vyasadeva so beautifully described, Krishna's eyes go red. Of course, you can imagine how Narasimha Dev would have been. Where Narasimha Dev appears with 16 hands. He came only to make the words true. Whose words true? Mataji's, Prabhuji's, whose words true? Narasimha Dev appears with the 16 hand. Mataji's? Are you sleeping? Are you all sleeping? What is that, Mataji?
Mataji, tell me again, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Where Narasimha Dev appears with 16 hands, he came only to make the words true. Whose words true? My Prahalad has spoken, the words must be true. Prahalad. He is present everywhere. Yeah, he is present everywhere. He could have come from anywhere, but he preferred to come from the pillar because Prahalad pointed. Became in a form which was never seen. Adi Adbhuta. Super marvelous. Stambe Savayam. He came from Stamba. He broke the Stamba.
Pillar.
Sabhayam is the assembly. Nam Gram Namat Nusham. So that's a Narasimha Dev's original form. Supreme Lord Krishna is now boiling up. Parthasarathi, Shri Krishna, his eyes are red. Krishna jumps off the chariot and there is a broken chariot, and then with the chariot wheel, Krishna picks it up. Vyasadeva explains Krishna picked the chariot wheel with both his hands on top of his head, and he started running towards the chariot of Bhishma Dev. And Arjuna is on the floor, on the ground, in the battlefield, and as Krishna was, blood was boiling, his eyes were spitting fire, and his breathing was so agitating. Everyone stopped. The whole battle was stopped. It's almost like a pause button. Everyone dropped their weapon and looking around Krishna running with his chariot wheel towards Bhishma Dev. Some even started having calls like, "Oh, finally the day has come. We have to see the death of Bhishma Dev. This should not have happened. They should not have agitated Krishna. Now he has picked up the weapon." And Bhishma Dev is seeing this form of Krishna. His hair is flowing in the wind, faces covered with the dust. It's become ash, and this Prabhupada's translate so very nice aristocratic English. It's become grey, and there are sweat drops in a form of beads on the forehead of the Lord Krishna. And he has a speed thumber, dhoti, and he has this utriyam which has fallen off, and Krishna does not care and is running. Vyasadeva explained in this Mahabharata that disc was looking at, and effulgent as Krishna's Sudarshan chakra was ready to as the disc, the wheel of the time factor. And Arjuna's looks, he says, my Lord, don't do this, don't. He's crying out, and Krishna's running. No, because he was running with the wheel, his speed was a little slow, and he was chasing towards Bhishma Dev's chariot, and Bhishma Dev chanting there with so much happiness. His lips are quivering, not out of fear but out of happiness, and tears from his eyes, not out of sorrow but ecstasy. Asto Satvika Vikar, not Rajasic Vikar. When we weep or when we are afraid, it's either Rajasic Vikar or Tamasic Vikar. This is Ashto Satvikar, Vishuddha Sattva Vikar. Bhishma Dev crying, "Look, my Lord, the world is seeing. You promised you're not going to touch weapon, but as soon as I touch someone very dear to you, to hell with your promise, you are ready to break your own promise, now to charge and kill me. All glories is my Lord. All glories is the world is seeing this, witnessing this." Arjuna starts running towards Krishna to hold his thigh. But Vyasadeva explained, as Arjuna is holding the thigh of the Krishna, Krishna walks 10 steps, like Arjuna is being dragged on the floor and Krishna is walking. And Krishna starts speaking to Bhishma Dev. "Bhishma Dev, it's all your fault. It's all because of you. You are resisting the king. You should have stopped all this. You should have told them. You should have stopped all this happening. It's your fault." And Bhishma Dev smiling and just, "My Lord, now that you have realized that I'm yours, please kill me. It will be my supreme fortune to have death throughout your hand. Please, my Lord, I'm a soul surrender unto you. You are right, I'm the culprit. Please kill me." But Arjuna stops him. Arjuna stops Krishna and says, "Krishna, you are doing this because I'm not fighting properly, right? I promise I keep my hand on the head of my kids, and I promise I will fight very hard. I will use all my strength. You will never see me fall off this chariot again. You will never see Bhishma. They will try to tear open my military protection. Krishna, I give you this promise." And when Krishna heard this, he put his chariot wheel down and he was gasping very heavily. Bhishma there was thinking, "My Lord, Mukunda, give her of liberation." But Arjuna did not want this to happen. He did not want this to happen. Krishna held the hand of Arjuna and they went back to chariot. So when that happened, it was that setting of the sun. Bhishma, their soldiers, they blew the conch shell, and that announced the end of the day. Yudhishthir Maharaj was very upset with what was happening. He was very upset. It's very interesting that before the battle, Arjuna was lamenting, and after the battle, Yudhishthir or lament. And Krishna tries telling Yudhishthir Maharaj, "You don't have to worry. Actually, this is all dharma yuddha." Yudhishthir says, no, it's all because of me. I have been irresponsible. So many people are dying. Krishna, what to do? I just want to stop this battle. I just want to stop this battle. Krishna says, if you want to stop this battle, there is only one way you can do it. You can do this by killing Bhishma Dev. Because the quicker you will kill Bhishma Dev, the quicker the battle will be done. And on the side of the story, Duryodhana is telling Bhishma Dev, what are you doing? Krishna was chasing with the chariot towards you and you were standing like that? Huh? You were not fighting? Huh? You were actually fighting against me. You were just showing your face towards the Pandavas, but you were fighting from their side against me. Give me a promise, then you will kill them. You are not fighting. Pitamaha, what is this? You are taking their side. You are not equipoised. You are very biased. Now Bhishma Dev, the Kshatriya blood and emboils. He tells Duryodhana, no, I promise you, tomorrow I will kill the Pandavas. Don't worry, I will kill them. Duryodhana says, I need a promise. I need something written from your side. Bhishma Dev takes 5 arrows and one after another he places them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He tells Duryodhana, these are the 5 arrows I have planned to kill the 5 Pandavas. Duryodhana says, you give me those arrows, I will keep them preserved. If they are with you, I am not sure you are give it to me in the battlefield. I will give it to you back. So you give them to me. Bhishma Dev gives those arrows to Duryodhana. Arjuna gets to know Sri Krishna Bhagavan, right? Gets to know because he sent Arjuna. He have a boon from Duryodhana. You can ask him anything that you want anytime, that is still intact. So go and ask him for these 5 arrows. Go and ask. So Arjuna comes. He comes to Duryodhana and he says, you remember I had the boon? And he says, yeah, you can ask. Arjuna says, please give me those 5 arrows. So Duryodhana is reluctant. He gives those 5 arrows. Then he asks Arjuna, how do you know? How do you know about the arrows? Arjuna says, Krishna told me. And Duryodhana and Bhishma, they have smiled to each other. How does Krishna get to know anyway? How does he know? Bhishma, they told Duryodhana, I told you he's Bhagavan, he knows everything, you can't hide anything from him. He's seated as a super soul in your heart. As soon as you took the arrows, he told Arjuna, go and get those arrows. The night in the tent of the Bhishma, Yudhishthira enters. He enters the tent of Bhishma. They have been so happy now to see the Pandavas with Sri Krishna. Bhishma, they have said, hey Yudhishthira Maharaj, what brings you here to my tent? Yudhishthira says, Bhishma Dev, hey Guruvar, hey Gurujan, I am actually disgusted with these battles. I wish this end soon. And the only way this battle can end is when you give us the permission by which we can defeat you. Bhishma, they are very happy. So yes, this is the true. Till the time I am on the battlefield, the battle will not end. It will go on and on because both camps are strong. But if you really want to know when will I die, when I will be defeated, well, I will be defeated only when I put my weapons down. So Yudhishthira humbly ask them, so what are the conditions where you put your weapons down? Bhishma Dev says, there are 8 conditions where I put my weapons down. He says the first condition is if the shield of the opposite person or the weapons of the opposite person are broken, I put my weapons down. I give them time to take another one. Second, if there is a weapon fall from their hands, I put my weapons down. I give them time to pick it up. 3, when they become covered, they are afraid and they put running, I put my weapon down. Mataji, I am going to finish within 5 minutes. Please bear with me. 4, when they come to me and surrender and said, please don't kill me. I want to take shelter of your protection. I put my weapon down. 5, when there is someone who has a name which is feminine, I don't find such a person. I put my weapon down. 6. If someone is only son of their mother, I put my weapon down. I don't fight. 7. If the person opposite to me is handicapped in some way, I put my weapon down. And 8. If the person is front of me is a female, I put my weapon down. Yeah, Yudhishthira Maharaj accepts all these points and tells Bhishma, they have which out of these 8 points should we employ to defeat you? Which of these 8 points should we employ to defeat you? Now this is where the culture, they are literally asking Bhishma, they have, how can we kill you? And Bhishma, they have his blessings and guiding them. Now we know the story of Drishtadrumna and Dronacharya, also same story. Great souls. They know who is the soul of their death. But this they still teach them. In the 13th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Srila Prabhupada and Purport says, simplicity means one is so transparent that they are ready to speak the truth even to the enemy. Please read this. This is very beautiful purport. Prabhupada starts the purport with the definition of simplicity. Devote must be simple, but Prabhupada defines simplicity. We don't care about the Oxford Dictionary definition. What does Prabhupada says? As far as simplicity, Prabhupada says simplicity is the quality where a devotee is so transparent. He is ready to reveal the secrets even to his enemy. We don't do that because we have selfish agenda. But those who are selfish, they are ready to reveal. But those who are selfless, they are ready to reveal. They can reveal. So Bhishma Dev, when he was asked which out of these 8 we can use, Bhishma Dev says Shikandi is actually a female and Shikandi has appeared in this world with the boon that she will be cause of my death. Oh Arjuna, keep Shikandi in front of you. I will put my weapons down. Then from behind the back of the Shikandi, you charge in and you shoot arrows and history will follow. Please do this. The Pandavas are very pleased. Bhishma, it gives them the blessing. May you be victorious tomorrow. May you successfully destroy and defeat me and then be the winning party. May you be the winning side and may you be the cause of putting the war to rest. At this point, we are set that have mentioned finally the next morning at sunrise, Arjuna starts fighting very brilliantly and Duryodhan then comes to Bhishma Dev and he says, do something now. Please do something. And Bhishma Dev tells Duryodhan, you don't worry, I am going to fight so brilliantly now. So we are going to continue next week. Next week is the last session. So we are going to finish the Bhishma Stuti. But the following week, Prabhuji will give the class to conclude the Bhishma Stuti session. Mataji's, any questions, any comments, anything you have?
Very abstract,
Mataji?
Very abstract, very divine, and lot of inner meaning.
Yes, Mataji.
Very nice. Very nice.
Actually emotional, right? So emotional topic seems like Bhishma Dev and the Krishna and his loved devotees and Arjuna side and how he just managing Duryodhan side. It's so good. Yeah, so good, Mataji. Yeah.
He is torn in between.
Yes, Mataji.
Even though he is fighting, he is explaining his heartfelt devotion to Lord Krishna. Yes, and then whenever this Duryodhana comes and ridicule him, how come you're not fighting, you're not killing, and so you're partial, you're this, you're that. It is very painful for Bhishma to suffer with all these negative things from Duryodhana. He can't help himself. So everything bad happens to him. The Shikandi comes and then whenever she's Shikandi, he cannot put the arrow on top.
Yes, Mataji, yes. So next week we will see, what is happening and we can try to finish that. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, Mataji?
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Tanda pranams.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. The topic is like that, yeah. Topic is like everyone likes it. Bhishma Stuti. Everyone likes it.
Yeah, he is helpless.
Yes.
He is helpless, but bound to his worth, whatever it is,
Yes,
and then
yes.
he promised to hold the kingdom, whatever happens. So that's the thing.
Yeah. Actually, they Bhishma Dev finally joined in the Mahajans, right? Bhishma Dev.
Yeah.
So yeah. So where we are put in the situation, just stay there. Krishna is saying just stay there because I like that way where you put in. I'm going to do that. So I'm doing that. So where are the situation is good or bad, happy or any distress, but everything is Krishna is doing. So in that Bhishma's case we can see finally he joined in the Mahajan. See, right, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes. Okay, Mataji. So see you next week. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Nagendra Kanya Mataji, Dandava Pranams. Thanks for joining. Suguna Mataji, Dandava Pranams. Thank you for joining. Swayam Prabha Mataji, Dandava Pranams. Thank you for
Thank you,
joining.
Mataji.
And yeah, Prabhuji, thank you. And Maniksha Prabhuji and Shobana Mataji. Thank you. Thanks for joining in this class.
Mataji went through a difficult life. Bhishma never enjoyed himself. Since they started fighting, he was really sad.
Yes, Mataji. Everything he sacrificing for Krishna.
Yeah, everything is sacrificed for others, and he never took care of himself.
Yeah, that's why maybe Krishna likes lot.
I mean, it realizes he is surrendering to Lord Krishna. No matter what, I'm in a situation to fight with you, but I don't want to fight with you, then understand me, my situation. And then Lord Krishna protects his devotee Arjuna not to get hurt on the top of the chariot. And then, but he was ready to shoot him, but then Arjuna comes and stops Krishna. So,
yes, Mataji.
So it's very painful on both sides.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. It's very nice.
Thank you, Mataji, for Dharma Yuddha. So we'll continue next
Dharma
Yuddha. Yes. Thank you, Mataji. Vancha kalpatarusya kripa sindhupe evacha patitana pavanepyo Vaishnavepyo Namo Namaha Ananta Kodi Bhakta Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. There is no question. We can end this class, Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Mataji.